Welcome back, lawn lovers. BW here. Hey, I'm going to do a little spring overseeding today. Well, the good news is that the grass is growing back from the snow mold. The bad news is that the grass that's growing back is mostly Kentucky Bluegrass. I'm not surprised by that because I had a small area of winter damage near the fire hydrant last year that reacted the same way. I ended up overseeding that small area with more Perennial Ryegrass last year because the bluegrass by itself stood out from the rest of the lawn. The amount of grass seed I use isn't critical. I just don't want to grossly over-apply because the new grass can overcrowd itself and stunt its own growth. There are no recommended spreader settings for grass seed, so I have to set the spreader openings by eye. I set them just big enough for the seed to fall through and just make as many passes as needed to spread the seed. But I need to make sure that I make at least 2 passes in order to get the seed spread evenly. I planted this lawn with a 70-30 mixture of Kentucky Bluegrass to Perennial Ryegrass, and I'd like to keep it that way because I really like the dark green and shiny color of the Perennial Ryegrass. I expected to need to overseed the Perennial Ryegrass occasionally because the Perennial Ryegrass has a harder time with our winters, but I didn't expect quite this much damage so soon. It was just a really bad winter. I've decided to overseed with the same seed that I planted the lawn with the first time. I still have some of it, and if I use it, I may be able to maintain the same 70-30 percentage of Perennial Ryegrass to Kentucky Bluegrass that I originally had in the lawn, or at least something close to it. It's possible that I could just use Perennial Ryegrass, but I'll play it safe and plant the same mixture I did the first time, since I have it on hand. The fertilizer is important to weigh out because I need to have the right amount of weed preventer. I'll be using the suggested rate on the bag. If you'd like to see how to calculate the amount of fertilizer you need, please watch my video, How Much Fertilizer to Use on a Small Lawn. I waited until now for this because I wanted to apply the seed at the same time that I would be applying my pre-emergent weed preventer for the season. This way I can use a pre-emergent that is safe for grass seed. I'm using Scott's starter fertilizer with weed preventer. The weed preventer only lasts for 30 days, so I need to reapply after 30 days. I'll only get 2 months of protection this way, but I can apply another type of weed preventer after the 60 days are over. I'm not sure that I'll need to do that. I think I'll try going without it this year and just spot spray any weeds that may come up in this small section of my lawn. I'll need to water this daily now for about a month. That shouldn't be too difficult this time of year because of the typical weather we have. It's pretty cool and I should have plenty of spring rain. Once a day should do it. I'll be watering at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon for about 15 minutes. Watering later in the day or overwatering can lead to fungal problems in the pre-existing grass. In fact, I think I'll be applying a fungicide to prevent that problem. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video notebook. And remember, you can do it.